Reallyfe Street Stars. We're in here with Ryan ESL. What's up, man?
What's good, bro? Appreciate y'all having me come out.
Real talk, real talk. Give us a little background.
All right, my name's Ryan ESL. If you don't know me, I'm a DJ, music producer, technician, sound engineer, all that things, background music, that's me. I'm there.
Real talk. Where you from?
I'm from Fort Worth, Texas. So, Southwest Fort Worth to be exact,
So how'd you get into producing?
It was really off of just like my cousin. It was probably like, how old was I? I had to be probably about 7th grade or something. And I was staying over his house over Christmas break. And he had this thing, FL Studio, which, everyone pretty much, that's like the main producing thing everybody's on now. So he had FL Studio, the little demo, and we were just messing around with it all night. And so I fell in love with it, went back home, put it on my parents' computer. And ever since then, since 2003 on, I just been making beats, everything with music. Catch me at Guitar Center, messing with the keyboards, all that. So just trying to build from there.
Who's some of the people that you produce for, some of the artists?
Some of the artists I produced for from back in the day, in the late 2000s, would be Teflon, T-Real, Doodle Boot, of course the GS Boys with the Stanky Leg, and some Fat Pimp records like Maserati, all the early Young Nation records, Bocane's records. It's a lot of people to name. I think I'm missing a few people, but now I've been producing for Maxo Cream. Bocane still, me and Bocane got a crazy album coming. And just working with artists like Danny Brown and just other Fort Worth artists, Spud Boom, Go Yayo, just trying to bring that DF Dub, people, artists back together. So that's what I've been doing, yeah.
Speaking of Go Yayo and Spud Boom, they have a ongoing beef that has been real prevalent in the Fort Worth area. How does that make you feel being a native from the Fort Worth area?
Really, like, that's beef in Fort Worth has always been like that. You know what I'm saying? Like back when like the boogie era, when everybody in the D was dancing and all that. Fort Worth, we had a rap scene that was still based off of beef, and I myself had beef with people. I had a couple fights and stuff. That's just Fort Worth and how it is. It's just, ain't much to do out there. There's not too many clubs or anything. So people get to beefing. And with the Spud Boom and Go Yayo, I really can't speak on why they're beefing or how it started or anything, but it's working for them. And, people, they're getting the views from people, and it's putting Fort Worth on the map, kind of. But, I think it's pretty healthy, just I hope it doesn't get any, too violent or anything, but it's positive. I'm glad they're, getting on the mic and recording, and people are looking at Fort Worth.
Now, you mentioned the boogie era. You had a lot to do with that sound when that was happening. How do you feel about making some of the most influential boogie music that came out in that area?
Man, I got to shout out Dallas for real, because when I first started making beats, it was always that question of, how do you get noticed and how do you get on and all that. And I just made beats and people just started rapping them, they started checking out my MySpace and all that. And I'm really glad that, it got the DF Dub attention from, outside. And those records are classics. It really helped out a lot of people, It brought a lot of money to some guys. The clubs were popping. It even like sparked, like I was saying, B King, he saw what was going on. He kind of did the same thing, started doing it in Houston, you know what I'm saying? So it was really dope that, DF Dub embraced that. And, that era was just a whole nother time, man. It was real fun. A lot of people I met, man. And, being from Fort Worth, and they say like Fort Worth and Dallas, people say it's like the little brother or whatever. But I'm glad that Dallas like embraced me and, let Dallas artists got on my beats and stuff like that. So that was real cool.
So, what made you become a DJ?
Going to college, honestly, I went to Stephen F. Austin and Grambling State University for a little bit too, and people just saw that I made beats and they asked if I DJed and stuff. So I was like, sure, I'll DJ. Started DJing little kickbacks at apartments, house parties, and such. And then what really got me into DJing was I went to a music festival. It was a EDM music festival. Which one was it called? It was Electric Daisy Carnival. It came to Dallas, and that was when I first really saw that you can be a producer, DJ, and play your music to thousands of people. You don't have to be a rapper or anything. So I looked at that and really got into that and started researching and stuff, and watching tutorials about like how artists like Calvin Harris and Skrillex and people like that got on. So now I'm DJing with like EDM artists. We have 2 shows in San Diego next month, you know what I'm saying? So it's tight that I can just go play my beats and stuff now.
Yeah. Which one you enjoy better, DJing or producing?
Oh man, probably DJing, just because I like the energy from the crowd. It's like almost like a control type thing. This the energy, like the songs you play is, I know what next song I'm play. I already know the reaction it's gonna get. It just gives me a feeling like I feel good about it, and people always come up to me after shows and they're like, you killed it and everything. I haven't seen a DJ do like you before, like it feels real good. So I can't do that producing behind a computer because it's just me in a studio. Probably my partners are there, but the people is what really has me DJing. That's why I love DJing more than producing.
So, you talking about DJing, but it seems like your producing is very influential. I recently heard a song that you did with Maxo Cream. How did you make that happen? He's a Houston artist. You're from Fort Worth. How did that come together?
The Maxo Cream coming together actually came together through this man sitting right over there. He's not on cam or anything. Y'all can't see him, but when he was going to U of H down in Houston, he met Maxo Cream in his neighborhood, I guess, and they did business and everything. And Maxo Cream saw him at South by Southwest a little bit later on, gave him his mixtape, said he was rapping, and he told Maxo Cream about me. He's like, yo, my partner, he makes beats, you guys should check him out and all that. And one day we just, it was a tweet, he linked us and got Maxo's email. I sent him one beat, and then he made Whitney Houston, which was that beat that I sent him. And ever since then, we just been, whatever. I send him beats, he'll let me know I need these stems, send them over. And that's how that happened with Maxo Cream. So
how does it feel when you see an artist take a beat that you made and actually make a video and push it to the limit? How does that feeling come about? Because I know controlling the crowd can give you a certain feeling as a DJ, but as a producer, it has to evoke some type of feeling.
Yeah. Basically, when that happens, it just lets me know that beat wasn't wasted at all. Like I never know which beat is that one, and it's always the one that when I'm on the cell phone or something, I'm not really paying attention. It always ends up being a hit or something. That's what really shocks me, is a lot of the tracks they end up being videos are the tracks that I really didn't put much work into. It's just they just happen. So
How you feel about the Dallas scene now? Like, what's going on?
I like the Dallas scene, man. For a long time, it was people wearing Coogee baggy clothes and stuff. But now it's like more of a hipster scene out in Dallas now, and I'm really rocking with that. They got the hipsters and like the gangster stuff all together. What I'm saying? It's like a rage thing going on. They got the underground parties going down. Not too much dancing anymore, what I'm saying? Of course not, but it's still cool, man. It's like seeing all the young kids like do their thing. I like seeing that, and putting out their style and their remix of the culture or whatever their input is. It's real tight.
Yeah, man. So I'm on the scene a lot, recording a lot of the beat competitions.
Okay.
Do you ever attend any, or how do you feel about it?
I've gotten hit up before in emails to do the beat competitions. What's it called?
There's iStandard. There's,
iStandard is the one that usually hits me up.
Yeah.
I haven't been to one at all, but I've looked into it. I don't. How are they?
Dope. I mean, I've seen a guy like sick with it. You know, certain people they'll win it, and they'll end up working with big name artists and things like that. And you'll have like S1 and Cardo.
Yeah, S1 and
stuff.
Cardo are dope.
Yeah, you should really go to one of them, man. You be getting drunk, fucked up, and the beats be hitting, bro. I'm telling you, it's real tight. Something to see is like a real show. It's almost like a art. Like you can really see the art come out of it.
Okay.
Yeah, and on that note, I always wondered this. Like, there's a lot of Grammy award-winning producers in Dallas, like S1, Cardo, J-Ro. There's a lot of them, but you don't see them working with the top name rappers in Dallas. Why do you think that is?
Okay. I think it's probably just a communication thing, probably, or maybe an ego thing. I'm not really sure. Maybe they're in LA too much, or just I really can't say. But I seen Cardo. He reached out to a couple local artists I've seen, and that was really cool. So I've always heard that he was from the DFW, and to see him ask, who's the hottest artist out here was pretty dope. And S1 actually just, I think, what's her name? Be My Fiasco, Bianca Rodriguez. She sang at the Apple Store, I believe, and she won. And now she's working with S1. That was part of that, so that was pretty cool. Yeah.
Being a DJ and a producer, I know you put up with a lot of bullshit artists. How do you maneuver when you have to put up with a bullshit artist? What is your tactic to kind of deflect the bullshit to see your way through that?
I look at it as it's just you gotta just put it behind you. You know what I'm saying? Because there's more important things. I always look at my family. There's the music, and then I turn around. I'm like, okay, I gotta focus on my family. This music, whatever bad business just happened, that's not gonna affect me, because at the end of the day, I can still make tracks and DJ and do what I do. Just it's just another situation. Just put it behind me. It's in the past. I don't really let it affect me too much. Dealing with the bullshit, because it does happen a lot, man. Everywhere you go.
What's the craziest thing that's happened to you? Being a DJ.
Craziest thing that happened to me being a DJ. Let me see. I think it would have to be selling out a show in Houston. It was my first show down there, and I didn't think it was going to be that packed. And it was, I broke the cap on the company's however much money they were looking to make that night. We made like double that, and so they were really happy about that. It made me feel good, and I didn't think I was going to do that well, so that was probably the craziest thing. It was hella people. It was crazy.
So is there any projects or anything you're working on now? Anything in the future? Any ventures?
Yeah, right now I'm working on, of course, Bocane's album. Is that done? Yeah, Bocane's album is done, so that's coming out. Y'all be on the lookout for that. Of course, I'm working with Spud Boom, Go Yayo. Me and Spud Boom, we have a session actually coming up this week. Then there's Bars and Lit Lords. It's a EDM duo from Fort Worth. Crazy. They're like the next Skrillex, Calvin Harris. They're crazy. We're working with them. We're going to San Diego, do that show I was talking about. And me, myself, I'm working on a techno EP. So I'm really into techno music and all that, Detroit house and, all that.
I'm glad you said that, and you said a lot about EDM too. How different is that from what traditional hip-hop rap music sound like? How does that make you feel when you create that? Because I know it's a whole different world that the pretty much the hip-hop haven't touched yet or haven't discovered yet.
Yeah. Well, The difference, I'd say, one of the main differences I see is the egos. You know, you don't have like the rap egos. It's more of a friendlier environment. It's easier, I feel, to work with people, and you know, the beef and all that. It really doesn't exist in EDM, and the beats are just, you have to be like a real type soulful person, listen to like old school records to really understand EDM music, and because most people just think it's just a bunch of noise and all that. It's really more deep than that. You know, it's really a deep story behind all of it.
On the artist side of it, I mean the producer side of it, what artists have you been around that you've seen that had the most potential?
That had from Dallas Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely Young Nation, man. When I first met them, it was Thug Boss Nation back then. It was Fame, B Reed, and K Bezo. I met K Bezo first, and their whole style and just persona, energy was like no other, you know. And they reflected Dallas in like a good way. Like, you know, they had the cuts and everything. I was like, okay, this is Dallas right here. So I started taking them to the studio, and their energy was nuts. So, and I knew right then and there, I was like, it's only a matter of time before Young Nation blows up, you know. And they kept working, and now where they are today, opening up. They just recently got off tour with the EDM DJ, and like a 30-40 city tour or something. So that's good for them, man.
Being, you know, producing and DJing, you have the same passion for both? Is it the same passion?
Yeah, I do. Recently I found out that I have a really strong passion for making like microphones and building cables and stuff too. So DJing and producing, all that, I have equal love for everything. The passion, all that, man. I love music, anything to do with music. Like even just sitting down listening to music or going to a music festival, concerts and all that. Passion is just all the same. I love it all.
Is there anything else that you feel like you haven't touched on that you would like to do? I know we're talking a lot about DJing and producing, but is there anything else that you're musically inclined that you feel like that you haven't been able to do yet that you want to do?
Really managing artists. There's an artist I'm working with right now. I'm kind of managing him, but I like to see like the managing part of it, and getting to, you know, talking with agents and stuff and getting artists signed and running a label. I think would be really cool to do, and I think I can do it well. So just with time, that's what I plan on doing.
Yeah. It's gonna be a triple threat. Real talk, man. How can we get in contact with you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, y'all can contact me, Ryan ESL, on all social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Ryan ESL, like, you know, like Spanish. But yeah, all that.
Any shout outs?
Shout out all of Fort Worth, shout out Bocane, shout out the D, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my boy Javen, he's in the building, man. Shout out to Squad all the way back at the crib in the funk, man. B Cheek, Mike, all y'all boys, man. Shout out my brother down there in H-Town, my cousin Lil Ronnie.
Already, man. Reallyfe, man. We in here with Ryan ESL, man.
Hey, man, I really appreciate what y'all are doing for the city too. I watched some more of y'all videos, man. It's really good for Dallas, man. I like what y'all are doing.
Yeah, and just let them know when you come for DJ or anything producing needs, you got to cut that check.
What's up?
Just let them know that they got to cut that check.
Yeah. You got to come correct, man. Hey, for real, come correct with the money. Y'all know, I don't want to have to beat nobody ass. So.
Ryan ESL, Real Life Street Stars. Let's go.